Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to Gray Man Walking. Well, today was a 0 day. I didn't need to take a 0 day, but a couple factors played into it. I've got a shipment coming to Kent Post Office. This is a Friday now. It's coming on Monday. I'm about 20 miles away from Kent. So I decided with the heat and the fact that I needed to wait anyway, I might as well wait some of that time indoors. I could have tried to find some slack packing options or something, but I just decided to go this route. So the room where I was staying, their laundry was being remodeled. So I did walk a little over 3 miles today to go to the laundry. Got down there, got my clothes done, started back, probably got a quarter mile from the laundry and the rain just poured on me. I got wet, but I did manage to keep my laundry dry. But I've had some good meals here. Kind of got caught back up. Ready to go back out in the morning. I thought since I didn't have much content today, I'd go ahead and give you a rundown on my health and gear. Physically, I'm doing well. My left foot, my small toe and my second toe there on the left, they try to take the same real estate all the time. Cause me some pain from time to time. But there was one day in particular not too long ago, it was really painful. But the less rocks we have, the less that I'm rolling my foot around and being able to put it down on a flat surface, the better it feels. So that's the only physical complaint that I have. And so far so good. My back, my ankles, my knees, hips, shoulders, back, all feel good. So no complaints physically. My gear is still working good. The pack's doing good. I lightened it up a little more in Warwick, but the pack itself is holding up. I'm on my third set of topos. I did try the Keens to start with, but I've only used topos, so I haven't tried any other brand to see if anything would be any better or worse for me. But I'm happy with the topos, and I'm happy with the way they're doing. I'm still using Ingenji toe socks. I have every day since I started. Right now I'm carrying 3 pairs of toe socks and 3 pairs of Darn Tough socks. And when the weather was cooler, I would kind of try to wear one set for a while and keep the other ones in reserve in case I needed a dry pair. But now that it's gotten hot and wet and sticky, I've been wearing one set 2 days at a time, and then switching to another set every 2 days. So that gets me 6 days. That's what I was out this past time. Still using the LLB pants. I'm on my second pair, not because they were worn, but because I got a smaller size, and I'm thinking about ordering a third pair. So I've gone from a 38 to a 36, and now I'm thinking about ordering a 34. But I like the way they fit, the way they wear. I like the pocket arrangements. Works good for my phone in and out. I've told you about my outdoor research shirt. It does a good job of protecting me from the sun and the mosquitoes. But it does hold odor really, really badly. That's just the nature of that synthetic material. I have had a problem with my hammock. Dutch Ware's worked with me to get that corrected. I'm still loving it. You know, probably when he designed that thing, he probably didn't imagine a thru hiker using the bridge hammock. They usually opt for the lightest option they can find, but the comfort of it is just too great for me to overlook it, and that's why I chose it. That's why I'm sticking with it. It just helps me rest. My underquilt has worked fine. I told you the other day I tried doing without it, but still need that insulation underneath. I have an underquilt protector. I bought that on the advice of another hiker who just posted on his channel that he wished he'd have had one. So I went ahead and got one, but I really haven't seen where I've needed it. It just doesn't weigh anything, so I'm sticking with it. I did switch out my quilt from a 10 degree to 40 degree. I'm enjoying the lighter quilt, and it was a pound lighter. So my hammock has a bug net on top, so I'm protected from the mosquitoes at night. I really like that. My tarp's doing well. All the straps, suspension, stakes, everything not giving me any trouble at all. I've had the same water filter since the beginning, but I did order a new one. I'm going to get it probably about the time I hit Vermont, and I just thought I'd go ahead and switch it out. It's still filtering, it's still flowing good, but just to get a new clean setup, you know, even the collection part of the bottle, you know, it just getting a little funky with time, and I thought, you know, why take a chance? I'm gonna go ahead and replace that for the finality of the trip. I've told you about my poles. I broke one. I reordered the same kind. I should get those about the time I get to Vermont. Still wearing the same hat, my signature look, along with these things. I washed it the other day. It's pretty funky, but it's still protecting me from the sun and the insects. I still need to get a bug net, but the hat keeps them at bay pretty good. Kind of keeps them away from ears a little bit and off the back of my neck a little bit. The white brim confuses insects a little bit. So shoes, socks, pants, shirt. I'm still using the same two pair of ex officio underwear. No complaints with them. I've got a pair of Viore shorts and a Viore t-shirt that I use for my town clothes. That's this shirt here. Still using camp shoes. I use those in town, sometimes around camp. Early on I used them more. Here for the last little while, I rarely get them out of camp. I just set up, take my trail runners off, and get in bed. But all in all, no complaints with my health, nothing with my equipment. I'm not really faulting Dutchware for the problem I'm having with my hammock right now. I've kind of looked, saw what happened, wondered if some things I was doing was contributing to it. I know I tend to get in and out of the hammock same side every time, putting all the pressure on one side. But I'm probably got at least 90 nights in that thing. I'm at almost 120 days. I know I've had several zeros and several nights that I stayed indoors, but the average camper is going to use that thing half a dozen times, or maybe a dozen times, and I'm up to 80 some, getting close to 90. Who knows how many nights I'll have actually in the hammock by the time this thing's over. So they've been really good to work with and talk with, and I have nothing but respect for that outfit. So that's a health update, equipment update. Everything's still going good. You hear us all fuss about the rocks in Pennsylvania. There was rocks in Maryland. There was rocks in New Jersey. I can tell you there's rocks in New York. But it's easing up a little bit, and it's just the kind of thing that made us mentally tired each day. When you just have to watch where you put your feet for every step. And it's not so much of a physical thing. The rolling around your feet is physical, but it's mentally tiring to have to watch where you place every foot. It's been interesting. I've told you all that Maryland, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey, for the most part, were ridge walks. We walk on a straight line up a ridge. You get up to the height and pretty much walk the ridge top to the next gap. New York is different. It's more roly-poly, and we kind of hoped these shorter states would give us a little break, a little rest. We were weary from the elevation of the South, but I looked just the other day. I had a well over 3,000 foot day of climb, and it was low mileage. So New York is it's up and down, a lot of elevation. It's just a lot of roly-poly country, and I think these states tried to make up for their short length by trying to find us the most difficult path through them. But that's all part of it. People have commented that I take things pretty easy with a grain of salt, and that's true, but we still have to talk to ourselves a little bit to get us through this. It is mentally challenging to fight some of these conditions every day. We've had a really good heat spell this week. Temperatures well up into the 90s. But it's all part of it. So we're going strong. We're going to try to get on up through there. I've just got to make this connection in Kent before I can kind of go full speed ahead, whatever that means. But we'll get that done in a couple of days and go on from there. So that's it for tonight. This was pretty much a restful zero day. I didn't do anything. I went to a restaurant with easy walking distance for lunch. I went for breakfast, even though this hotel has the little continental breakfast. I just went all out for breakfast. Went to the same place for lunch. Then I went to Logan's again for a steak for supper tonight. And then the walk to the laundromat was all I did today. The rest of the time I spent resting. Alrighty, that's it. Back to walking tomorrow. We'll see you all then. Good night.